In this week's Waste of the Week, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs spent $2.3 million on unused data plans and devices. Adam Andrzejewski joining us now to get to the bottom of this. Adam, good morning.
Good morning, Eugene.
Let's get right into this. Now, according to an audit by the VA Office of the Inspector General, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs wasted $2.3 million on unlimited data plans for 10,000 iPhones, more than 80,000 tablets. These devices sitting unused in storage with prepaid data plans activated on them. How does this go unchecked? Who's responsible for this?
So such waste. I mean, Eugene, can you imagine 90,000 devices paid for by taxpayers just sitting in storage? Well, this was a telemedicine health program for homeless veterans funded by Congress during COVID, and they overestimated the demand for the technology. And so most of this, 9 out of 10, just sat in storage.
Now, the intent there, I guess we could say, was a good thing. They were trying to get people some telemedicine during the COVID-19 pandemic. Some of the people who need it most are veterans. But these phones and data plans, they were all shipped to this distribution center in Denver, Colorado between June 2020 and July 2021. What happened after that? Were they ever distributed? Did the program ever launch? What happened to these devices?
So the program launched, but again, up to 9 out of 10 of these devices, they just sat in storage. Only about 15 out of every 100 devices ever were shipped to veterans. And the actual hard technology, the iPads and the phones, they cost taxpayers up to $71 million. At its nexus on this, I'd say it's a scandal, was a logistical problem. The actual hardware had to ship 3 times. From the manufacturer, say Apple, to a third-party federal contractor. The federal contractor would activate the data plan, ship it to the VA distribution center, who would then ship it to a location where they thought the homeless resident would receive it. And it was that logistical problem that just didn't work at the federal level, that bureaucracy.
Lots of steps there, and who knows what's behind that. I mean, sometimes there's just weird rules about this stuff. But now, according to Citizens Against Government Waste, the VA had a budget of $268.5 billion in 2022. Looking ahead here for 2023, the VA is requesting $301.4 billion. We're seeing some of this waste that they currently have. Why is the VA asking for more money this time around?
Well, look, I think if we step back, our veterans, they fought for us. We need to fight for them. They deserve basic health care. That's the mental contract when you sign up in the United States, to protect the United States and the military. However, the VA budget, we've taken a look at this. And through the Obama years, when you started in the Trump years, it was about half of what's being requested today. So Trump made a promise to take care of the veterans. But we've looked at, since 2012, the VA has hired roughly 110,000 more employees. They've put 110,000 extra employees on their payroll, yet less than 7,000 of those employees are doctors. So is the VA a medical system, or is it an employment farm? And that's an open question.
Well, I guess we could say that they're there to provide services for veterans, and they need all types of services. But I want to talk about the VA receiving an additional $19.6 billion from Congress. That was in July 2020 to address the COVID-19 pandemic. Again, we have this issue with these cell phones and devices and data plans that were unused, that sat in storage. Where does the oversight sit here? Who's supposed to watch this stuff? And is there anything Congress can do to make sure that something like this doesn't happen again?
Across all federal agencies, Eugene, as you know, it's the Inspector General Corps that's supposed to deliver the oversight, to hold wasteful spending in check. And across all of the federal agencies, there's a real problem with the IGs and with waste, fraud, corruption, and taxpayer abuse. I think we need to put it on the table. Wholesale replacement of the Inspector General Corps within the 122 major federal agencies. I think we need new blood as Inspector Generals, and I call on Congress and the Biden administration through executive action. They can replace the IGs, and they should consider it.
Well, at least a little more accountability. Adam Andrzejewski, thanks as always for sharing your perspectives with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.